Hey everybody, this is Chris with Night of Living Card Games. Back again for scenario 2 of my random hero random aspect run through the Sinister Motives campaign. So the random hero that was selected was the original Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and the random aspect is leadership. I decided instead of going for like a Web Warrior build or the Voltron Black Cat build, I would try to go off of the old Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. So in that cartoon, Spider-Man got recruited by S.H.I.E.L.D. and teamed up with a bunch of other young heroes, such as Power Man. We had White Tigers in there. Miles Morales shows up in there. Nick Fury is his mentor. We've got Maria Hill in there. I've got the Helicarrier, things of that nature. So we're going to go with that. And because I'm going with good old-fashioned leadership where allies are disposable. So I've got things like Go Down Swinging and Last Stand to try to maximize their use before they go out. All right, so shuffle that up. But before I get a lot further here, I need to figure out my reputation track. So with Sinister Motives, depending on your victory conditions, you get reputation points, and then you mark them down on the track to see what benefits you get and also what things go for the villains. So from the last scenario, I got 5 points for the reputation track. So what does that mean? Let's see here. Looking at here, 1 point each. I get to deal 3 campaign shield tech upgrades at random to a player, then choose one, and you get that for the rest of the game. So here are the shield tech upgrades. I'm going to shuffle them up, give myself 3 at random, and then pick one. And like always, this will be the one that sticks with me for the rest of the campaign, regardless of what hero I have. All right. That's pretty shuffled up. We'll take one from the top. We'll take one from the bottom. And we'll take one from the middle. Alright, so my 3 choices are Impact Dampening Suit, Setup Permanent, your identity gets +2 hit points, and then Hero Interrupt. When the villain phase begins, spend 1 resource of any type until the end of the phase. Reduce the amount of damage your hero takes from each enemy attack by 1. I mean, the 2 hit points are nice, but I don't know. The rest of that isn't great. Risk Navigator, Setup Permanent, Force Response. After a minion or side scheme enters play, attach Risk Navigator to it. And then Interrupt. When the attached card is defeated, draw 1 card. And then my third option is the Retinal Display, Setup Permanent as well. Your hero's basic thwart power can only remove threat from the scheme with the most threat. But your hero gets +1 thwart, and your hero's basic thwart ignores the crisis icon. I don't like this one just because I know this campaign has a lot of extra side schemes and various main schemes that being forced to choose which scheme I am removing from, that's not good. Plus 2 hit points isn't bad, but the other ability just isn't that great. Just spend a card to reduce damage by 1. No. So I guess that leaves us with the Risk Navigator. Alright, so that is for me for 1. For the villain side, when we get to 1 reputation, choose one of the Osborn tech attachments. And I think I still have one in here from when I was testing earlier. Alright, shuffle these up. And then we're going to get Arm Cannon. Attached to the villain, and the villain's attacks gain Overkill and Piercing. Oof. It's not fun. And then, alright, and then for having 5 reputation, I get to take an extra mulligan. And I also have to place 1 additional threat on the main scheme. So let's start with that. Okay. Real quick, taking a look at the scenario setup for the campaign. We're setting up with Venom. We've got down-to-earth sets, symbiotic strength, and the standard encounter sets. And then we put Public Outcry into play. So here it is with 2 counters and as an acceleration. Smear campaign's already in there. And then choose one of the campaign's side schemes and add it to the deck. All right. All right, we are going to have Off the Rails. All right, let me shuffle this up. While I'm doing that, Venom is a 1 scheme, 2 attack villain with 17 hit points. He has toughness. And a forced response called Vengeance. After you attack and damage Venom with the card you control, place 1 face-down boost card on your identity. Alright, let's take a look at his main scheme. Leave Us Alone. Setup instructions is to put the bell tower into play. Flipping this over, you can see that it is a 10 threat per player main scheme, and we only have 1. It starts with 2 and goes up 1 per player per round, and a forced interrupt when Venom activates against you. Move each face-down boost card from your identity to Venom. All right, so this is going to start with 3. And then taking a look at the bell tower, starts in its quiet side, and it says, if there are at least 3 per player chime counters here, flip this card. Interrupt. When any amount of damage would be dealt to Venom by an attack, you may place that many chime counters here instead. And if you flip it over, you get the ringing side, and it says increase all damage Venom takes by 1. And then if there are no chime counters here, flip this card. Forced interrupt. When Venom's attack would deal any amount of damage to an identity, remove that many chime counters from here. For each chime counter removed this way, prevent 1 of the damage. So that is forced, so you must do it. But because it says to the identity, it is only to Peter Parker or Spider-Man, not to any allies I might be chump blocking with. All right. Real quick, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, alter ego. He has 10 hit points, hand size of 6, recovery of 3, and he has the genius trait and a scientist ability, which generates a mental resource once per turn. Hero side, it is the same 10 hit points, but hand size of 5. He has 1 thwart, 2 attack, and 3 defense. And he has a spider sense interrupt. When the villain initiates an attack against you, draw 1 card. All right, let's get this thing going. All right, opening hand. We get R&D Facility, Backflip, Power Man, Warrior of the Great Web, Webbed Up, and Sidearm. All right, don't need R&D Facility. I think I'll keep Power Man. I'm going to actually pitch the rest here. Let's go a little aggressive here. So I got another Webbed Up. I got a Genius. I got a Nick Fury. A Make the Call. And a Swinging Web Kick. All right. So oh, that's true. I do have another mulligan. So I'm going to mulligan Make the Call and Webbed Up. And I got a Go Down Swinging and a Maria Hill. All right, so we are going to use my Genius ability to generate a wild resource and then spend Genius and Go Down Swinging to play Nick Fury. Nick Fury is the 4-cost, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 3 hit point ally, and after he enters play, choose 1. Either remove 2 threat from a scheme, draw 3 cards, or deal 4 damage to an enemy. And at the end of the round, if Nick Fury is still around, discard him. I'm going to choose to draw 3 cards, so I get Spider Tracer, Black Cat, and a Strength. All right, I think we're going to spend Strength to get a Maria Hill out. Maria Hill is a 2-cost ally, 2 thwart, 1 attack, 2 hit points. In response, after she enters play, each player draws 1 card, and I get a Web Shooter. Right, I am now going to spend my Spider Tracer to put down a Web Shooter. Web Shooter is a 1-cost tech upgrade with 3 web counter uses. And hero response, exhaust Web Shooter and remove 1 web counter from it to generate a wild resource. Alright, we're going to finally flip up to hero form. I think I am going to use my Web Shooter and Power Man to get out Black Cat. So Black Cat is a 2-cost ally with 1 thwart, 1 attack, and 2 hit points. And a forced response: after you play Black Cat, discard the top 2 cards of your deck and add each card with a printed mental resource discarded this way to your hand. So I discard Go Down Swinging, which is a fist, and Enhanced Spider Sense, which is a mental. So I get to get that. All right. Now, Black Cat, the interesting thing about her is her attacks, while only 1 point, does not deal consequential damage. So I can ping damage from her all day. So we are going to use her to get rid of the tough. All right, we are going to have Maria Hill thwart 2 off of this. We're going to chance it. We're going to have Nick Fury punch for 2. 1, 2, which gives Venom a boost card. And then we're going to punch for 2. 1, 2, which is going to give a boost card there. Right, and that will end our turn. Let's ready ourselves up. I definitely want to keep swinging Web Kick. I'm debating about keeping Enhanced Spider Sense. Let's do that. And then we're going to draw 3 more. I got to make the call. Spider Tracer and an Enhanced Spider Sense. All right, so we are going to get 2 on the main because of Public Outcry. Venom is attacking. Nick Fury is going to jump in the way, so he's going to get 3 boost cards here. All right, so Venom is attacking for 2. He initiated attack, so I get to draw a card, which is Inspired. Now we are angry. So now we are angry is an attachment, and it says attached to Venom, use 2 rage counters, and Venom's attacks gain overkill, and then forced response: after Venom takes any amount of damage from an attack, remove 1 rage counter from here. The reason I mention that is because the boost effect is reveal this card. So he gets Now We're Angry, so he is getting overkill. That's what I was a little worried about, but we'll deal with it. All right, so he's attacking for 2, 3, nothing. And then we get an Enraged Symbiote into play. Enraged Symbiote is a 1 scheme, 2 attack, 2 hit points minion with the guard and patrol keywords. And then the boost effect is put it into play. And this is a minion that came into play, so Risk Navigator comes out and gets attached to him. All right, so again, so 2, 3, just 3, attacking on Nick Fury. So 2 goes to Nick Fury, but he now has overkill, so 1 comes through onto me. So I'm down to 9 hit points, and Nick Fury goes away. All right, and now, because the symbiote is out, he's coming to attack me, and I'll just take it. So I'm down to 7. And now we get an encounter card, which is an advance. I do not want to deal with an advance, so I am going to use an Enhanced Spider Sense to pay for an Enhanced Spider Sense. Enhanced Spider Sense is a 1-cost event. Hero Interrupt. When a treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel its when revealed effects. So just like that, I don't have to deal with an advance. All right, so now it is my turn. All right, so I think what we're going to do, we are going to spend 1 of my web shooters. I'm going to put a Spider Tracer on this Enraged Symbiote. So Spider Tracer is a 1-cost tech upgrade. It says attach to a minion. Force Interrupt. When attached minion is defeated, remove 3 threat from a scheme. All right, so that symbiote has a lot of things going on right now. I'm now going to make the call to put Inspired on Black Cat. So Inspired is a 1-cost upgrade. It says attached to an ally, max 1 per ally. The attached ally gets +1 thwart and +1 attack. So Black Cat is now swinging, thwarting for 2 and attacking for 2. And importantly, that attack of 2 does not cause any additional consequential damage. So she is going to swing for 2 into the Enraged Symbiote, which kills him. All right, so let's deal with these attachments. So first Spider Tracer goes off. Minion is defeated, remove 3 threat. Right. I defeated a minion, so 1 comes off the Public Outcry. And now Risk Navigator, because it was defeated, I get to draw a card. And that card is a Swinging Web Kick. All right. I don't really want to punch him because I think I'm going to flip down here, and I don't want to give him an extra card for potentially scheming. So I'm just going to flip down, and I guess I'm just going to heal back up to full. Heal back up to 10. I'll leave Maria Hill out. And then, as much as I would love to have both Swinging Web Kicks, it doesn't make sense at this point. So we're going to get rid of that one, keep this one, and then ready up. All right, we get Swinging Web Kick, Last Stand, Web Shooter, Squirrel Girl, Energy, and the Triskelion. All right, enemy phase. We get 2 on the main. Venom goes to Scheme for 1 plus 0, so just 1. And our encounter card is Master Plan. Place 4 threat on each side scheme. If there are no side schemes in play, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a side scheme is discarded and reveal that side scheme. So that's actually an expert card that, even though I'm playing on standard, I realized in the last game I had done that. And I decided, I'll just keep that in for the rest of the game. So, for the rest of the campaign. So we'll see how this goes. So now I discard until I get a side scheme. Oh, and here we go. Volunteer Work. Volunteer Work is a 3 threat per player side scheme with the acceleration icon. It says you cannot thwart this scheme. Alter Ego action. Spend 2 resources of any type and remove threat from this scheme equal to your Alter Ego's recovery. If your identity has a civilian trait, draw 1 card. All right. Well, that's going to change what I do a little bit. Oh, and we do have a Risk Navigator. Has to go attach itself there. All right, so I am going to just, I'm in Alter Ego. I'm going to use my ability and the Triskelion as the 2 resources to remove threat from here equal to my recovery, which is 3. So that clears this. Risk Navigator comes back. I get to draw a card, which is Miles Morales, Spider-Man. And then I defeated another side scheme. So Public Outcry goes away. All right. Now we're going to flip ourselves up to hero mode. All right. I'm trying to see what I can do here. Got a lot of cards and debating on what I can do. I definitely want to play Swinging Web Kick. Get another web shooter into play. Yeah, I think we'll do it that way. All right, so we're going to use Last Stand to get another web shooter into play. We are going to use Black Cat to hit for 2. 1, 2. He gets a boost card. We take 1 off, and now we're angry. I am going to punch for 2 more. So that takes it down to 9. And another boost card. Yeah, let's push our luck here, shall we? We are going to spend energy. Or do we want to? You know what? No, we're not going to push our luck quite like that yet. I don't think. I can go down to 5. Yeah, I'm debating on whether I want to push him right now and swinging web kick him, or if I want to get Miles out and then hold on to web kick for try to burn him down by next turn. That is a tough choice. Actually, I think what I'll do here is I'm going to spend energy and Squirrel Girl to bring out Spider-Man Miles Morales, a 3-cost ally, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 hit points, with a response. After you play Spider-Man from your hand, choose thwart or attack. Spider-Man gets +2 to the chosen power until the end of the phase. I am going to choose attack. Oh, I did attack him a second time, so now where angry goes away. I am going to attack, but instead of damaging Venom, I am instead going to put 4 chime counters on the bell tower. Which, in retrospect, I really should have done this in reverse order, because that was 2 attacks that I could have done more damage with, but I didn't, so c'est la vie. And then Maria Hill is going to knock herself off by taking 2 threat off the main. Alright, I am going to hold on to swinging web kick and ready myself up. Really hoping I draw into a backflip here. So 3, White Tiger, backflip, perfect. Go down swinging, and another swinging web kick. Alright, so we are getting only 1 threat on the main because we got rid of all the accelerations. He is coming to attack me. I get to draw a card. Last stand. And then he is attacking for 2 plus 3 boost cards, so 2, 3, Rage Symbiote, and then for whom the bell tolls, the boost effect says resolve this card's when revealed ability. When revealed, remove 2 chime counters from the bell tower. If the bell tower is on its quiet side, take 1 damage. If it's on its ringing side, remove 1 threat from the main scheme. So I remove 2, so there's still 2 left on it, so I don't have to flip it. And because it's still on the ringing side, I get to remove 1 threat. And so he is coming at me for 3, and I am just going to backflip out of that. And then the symbiote comes and hits me for 2. And now we get an encounter card, which is a common criminal, which surges into an advance. So he's scheming for 1, 2, 3. All right. Oh, yep. I always forget the Risk Navigator stuff. Okay. So it is on the common criminal at the moment. Alright, so that's definitely going to change things up here a little bit. Let's just have Black Cat take care of the symbiote, because really can't deal with guard and patrol with that. Alright. So let us try to do this. We are going to use Last Stand, 1 counter from that web shooter, which takes out 1 counter from this web shooter to play out White Tiger. So White Tiger is a 3-cost ally, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 hit points. And response, after you play White Tiger from your hand, draw X card where X is equal to the villain's stage number. So he's only in stage 1, so I am just drawing 1, which is the Helicarrier. White Tiger is going to thwart 2 off the main. I'm going to have Spider-Man remove 1. I am going to thwart 1, and I'm going to flip down. I am then going to spend Go Down Swinging to take care of the common criminal. So I spent a fist resource. I get to draw 1 card or remove 3 threat from a side scheme. There's no side scheme, so draw a card, which is Aunt May. And then Risk Navigator allows me to draw a card. And that is Rapid Response. All right, so I think what we're going to do here is we're going to use Rapid Response to get an Aunt May out. Aunt May is a 1-cost support with the alter ego action. Exhaust Aunt May to heal 4 damage from Peter Parker. So let's do that. Get myself up to full. And we're going to pitch Helicarrier, but hold on to both my swinging web kicks. And then we're going to ready ourselves up. I just realized maybe I should have played the Helicarrier instead. Oh well. All right, so 1, 2, 3. I deck out. We get 1 more card. We got a Webbed Up. So I have Webbed Up, Scarlet Spider, Make the Call, Last Stand, Swinging Web Kick, and a Swinging Web Kick. Oh, this Web Shooter went away, so that should have been in the discard. All right. So we're getting 1 on the main. He is scheming for 1 star, and then I've got to trigger the win reveal ability, so remove 2 chime counters. So that forces it to flip to its quiet side, and since it's on its quiet side, I take 1 damage. And now I get 2 encounter cards. Oh, and he schemes for 1. Can't forget that. So 2 encounter cards. First one being Eviction Notice. This is my obligation. I can either go to Alter Ego and then exhaust myself to remove it from the game, or discard 1 card at random from your hand and it gains Surge. I do not want a Surge, so that is going away. Next one is Gang Up. That surges into Swinging Assault. When revealed, change to hero form, and then the villain attacks me. All right, well, he changes to hero form, but he initiates an attack, so I get to draw a card, which is R&D facility. And yeah, I'll just take it. So 2, 3, 4, and star, tooth and nail. Oh, boost effect. If this activation is an attack, it gains piercing. Sure. All right, so he attacks me for 4. I take it all. All right. So my turn here. All right, so let's see here. How can I do this? Make the call for that. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do here. All right, so we are going to attack for 2, Black Cat. Takes us down to 7. We are going to use a Web Shooter counter, Make the Call, and an R&D facility to play Swinging Web Kick, 3-cost event, hero action attack, deal 8 damage to an enemy. Takes him down to 0. And he gets another encounter card from that, or boost card from that. All right, so now we move on to Stage 2 of Venom. Stage 2 of Venom is a 2-scheme, 2-attack, 18 hit point enemy with toughness and steady. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Tooth and Nail side scheme and put it into play, which was right here. And then he has the same forced response. So let's get toughness on here. Tooth and Nail is an 8 threat side scheme with the hazard icon, and it says response. After Venom takes any amount of damage from an attack, remove an equal amount of threat from here. All right, I'm not going to put the other tokens out there for a reason. I'm going to have Spider-Man attack and take the tough off. Because he didn't deal damage, he does not get an extra boost card. And then I'm going to spend Last Stand, Scarlet Spider, and Webbed Up to play my second swinging web kick to deal 8 damage to him, which gives him another boost card. And since I did 8 damage, 8 comes off of here. Oh yeah, Wrist Navigator was attached here. Now it comes to me, and I drew Squirrel Girl. And that is going to be my turn. Yeah, there's no way I can flip down with 3 boost cards there, so maybe next turn. Try to get some healing up. I'm going to actually hold on to Squirrel Girl. And I get Webbed Up, Backflip, Warrior of the Great Web, and Spider Tracer. All right. So we are getting 1 on the main, taking us up to 3 of 10. He is coming to attack, so I get to draw a card, which is another backflip. Right? He is coming to attack, and he's going to come up with 4 boost cards. So 2 attack, 2 plus 1, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and star. If this activation is an attack, take 2 indirect damage. All right, so that is 7 damage from an attack. I suppose boost effect takes first, so I've got to do 2 indirect. So I'm going to put 1 on me, and I'm going to put 1 on Black Cat. And then he does 7 damage, which I backflip out of. Right, and now we get an encounter card, which is Unstable Sentience. Surge, give the villain a face-down boost card. Right, and we're getting into Biting Retort. When revealed, Venom activates against you. Each boost card turned face up this way during this activation gets +1 boost icon. So he's initiating another attack. I draw a card. Good thing I had 2 backflips in hand. So he is attacking for 2. 3, 4, +1, 5, plus another 6, 7. Another 7 attack, and I am backflipping out of that one as well. All right. That was certainly something. All right, so let's see here. How much damage can I do? I can do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oof. It'd be 1 short. All right, so we are going to... We're going to play Go Down Swinging. So Go Down Swinging is a 0-cost event. Hero action. Discard an ally you control. Deal damage to an enemy equal to that ally's printed cost. So I'm going to discard White Tiger and deal damage to Venom. And it's dealing damage, not attacking, so he does not get extra boost cards from that. I am going to... you know what? Instead, I'm going to use my last web shooter counter. So this goes away. Spider Tracer, Warrior of the Great Web, and Squirrel Girl to play Webbed Up. So Webbed Up is a 4-cost upgrade. Hero form only, attached to an enemy, max 1 per enemy. Forced interrupt. When the attached enemy would attack, discard Webbed Up instead, then stun that enemy. Alright, so he is dealing with that. And now I'm going to swing for 2, taking him down to 5. Gets boost card. Black Cat is going to swing for 2, taking him down to 3, getting a boost card. And I'm going to end my turn. Alright, so we're getting Rapid Response, Enhanced Spider Sense, Last Stand, Strength, and a Swinging Web Kick. Okay, we're getting one threat on the main. He would come to attack. I don't think that triggers my spider sense, but force interrupt, discard this card, and stun them instead. And I just realize this stunned isn't going to do me much good because he is steady. So I need 2 of those, but it does cancel that 1 attack. So he's not attacking me this round, that time. Let's see what my encounter card is. It is a side scheme. It is the campaign side scheme at that. Off the rails. It surges. Victory 1. Forced interrupt when the villain phase begins. Place 1 speed counter here. If there are at least 2 speed counters here, remove this card from the game and discard the top 3 cards of each player's deck. It's 3 threat per player. All right, and let's see what it surges into. Common Criminal, which surges into Exhaustion. Oh. Okay. Surges into Smear Campaign. When revealed, if Public Outcry is in play, it is not. Place 2 threat on the main scheme. All right. So I've got the win. The problem is I was really hoping to clear out some things to get some extra notoriety counters. All right. Shoot. I wouldn't have a fist resource doing it that way. Unless I do. Okay. I've got a plan. All right. So I'm going to spend Last Stand. Or no, not Last Stand. Swinging Web Kick. Hang on a second here. That is not going to work the way I want it to. All right, let me see here. I'm looking. Obviously, I've got Black Cat swinging for 2, but I've got Swinging Web Kick. I can take him out. That's not a problem. However, I get victory points if I can get rid of this, not only because this is a victory point, but because then I would have no side schemes in play. And then if I can get rid of Common Criminal, I can... I would get a victory point for no minions in play. But I don't think that I am going to be able to do that, unfortunately. That is a shame. Yep, I just don't... My thought was, well, I could put Rapid Response down, use Black Cat to get him, and then take him down to 2, then come right back in to have that last one. But then I wouldn't have a fist resource to get rid of that in Alter Ego. So unless I do... Well, could I do that? If I do... Yes, okay. I do have a way to do it. All right. I can at least get 1 victory point out of this. So I'm going to spend Enhanced Spider Sense and Last Stand to get a Rapid Response down. Rapid Response is a 2-cost upgrade. It says a hero response. After an ally you control is defeated... Oh, no. Never mind. The reason that won't work, I thought about it before, is Black Cat does not take consequential damage from her attacks, so she won't be discarded. All right, well, shoot. No way around it. All right, so what I can do is I am going to Last Stand and Black Cat to... Last Stand is a 0-cost event. Hero interrupt. When an ally you control attacks, it gets +3 for that attack. After that attack resolves, discard that ally. So I defeat that. Black Cat goes away. And then I spend 3 for a Swinging Web Kick to deal 8 damage. And Venom is defeated. All right. So there you go. So I was able to defeat Venom. Not quite as clear as I wanted to. That last turn got kind of rude with the surges. Real quick, taking a look at the campaign tracker. Let's see how many points I got here. So conditions. X points in the victory display. The only victory display item I had was Public Outcry, so that's a 1. No minions in play. no minions in play, +1. No side schemes in play, don't get that. No threat on the main scheme, don't get that. Fewer than 1 per player acceleration tokens in play, yep. And no defeated identities, yep. So I get 4 points, so I will be at 9 reputation, which means I will be able to hit the next ones during the next game. But this was Venom, Spider-Man versus Venom, classic. But hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more of this. Leave a comment if you got any questions or if you noticed any play mistakes that I made, or you're going to come back and say, hey, dummy, you could have done this and this and this, and it would have solved your problems. But I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate anybody that takes the time to watch. And I will be posting again soon Scenario 3, which is Mysterio, with one of the 3 remaining random heroes, which is Spider, Miles Morales, or Spider-Ham. So thank you again for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you all have a great day.